The National Football League is the most popular professional sports league in America, with millions of viewers nationwide. American football has become a staple of American culture and launched NFL players to A-list celebrities. But with this game's storied history, who is in the history books as the greatest players of all time? Welcome to Success Overtime, where we cover the flashy and inspirational things in the world. Here's our list of the top 10 greatest NFL players of all time. Number 1. Dan Marino. This quarterback became a staple of Miami Dolphins history. Dan Marino had a legendary career that landed him in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Marino was a 9-time Pro Bowler and 3-time All-Pro player. He retired in 1999 as the league's all-time leading passer, and he led the league in passing 5 times in his whole career. Dan Marino will always be remembered as one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history, and is remembered as a man who earned his Hall of Fame spot. Number 2. Barry Sanders. The Detroit Lions running back who spent 10 seasons leading his team in rushing yards. He was a Pro Bowler every season he played, and is only one of 2 players in NFL history to rush for a minimum of 1,000 yards in each of his first 10 seasons. He retired as the second all-time rushing leader of the league. Barry Sanders was a phenomenal running back who carved his name into the history of the Detroit Lions franchise and will be known as one of the greatest players of all time. Number 3. Joe Greene. Greene was a defensive tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers and is the only player to have a hand in all 6 Super Bowl victories of the franchise. He was twice decorated as NFL Defensive Player of the Year and was inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His legendary number 75 was retired by the Steelers in 2014 to signify his greatness in the franchise and his impact on the football field. Be sure to stay tuned for the whole video to see all the greatest stars in NFL history. You won't believe who snatched the last spot. Number 4. Lawrence Taylor. Taylor was a linebacker for the New York Giants for 13 years, and is most famously known for the career-ending sack on Joe Theismann. But Lawrence Taylor has much more to his career than this dark moment in history. Taylor was a 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year and a 10-time Pro Bowler. He was also named NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year following his first season. A Hall of Fame inductee, Taylor had 132.5 sacks and helped the Giants win 2 Super Bowl championships. Lawrence Taylor was one of the greatest defensive players of NFL history and should be known for his numerous career highlights. Number 5. Joe Montana. Montana is carved into history as a legendary San Francisco 49ers quarterback that led the team to 4 Super Bowl championships and was the first player in league history to win 3 Super Bowl MVP honors. He was an 8-time Pro Bowler and never once threw an interception while in the Super Bowl. Montana is the quarterback that made a pass to Dwight Clark that culminated in the catch in 1981, an iconic moment in football history. Joe Montana had a historic career in the NFL and earned a spot on our list for his historic moments for American football. Number 6. Jim Brown. One of the most famous running backs in NFL history, Jim Brown was a 3-time NFL MVP with the Cleveland Browns. He retired as the leading rusher of all time with 12,312 yards and 106 touchdowns. In his 9-year career, Brown led the league in rushing 8 different times. He also led the Browns to the NFL title in 1964. Jim Brown was enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame for his incredible career on the field and his success for his franchise. Number 7. Reggie White. Reggie White was one of the most famous Green Bay defensive ends and played 15 seasons with the NFL. He was a 13-time Pro Bowler and was crowned 1988 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He led the league in sacks for 2 different seasons and recorded a total of 198 sacks in his entire career. Reggie White was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and his 3 sacks in the Super Bowl led the Packers to an astounding win over the Patriots. White was a famous defensive player in league history and set the standard of what it means to play defense professionally. Number 8. Peyton Manning. Manning is a household name of Colts and Broncos fans. He carved his name in history as one of the greatest quarterbacks of NFL history, as well as the all-time leader of league passing yards at 71,940, regular season wins at 186, and touchdown passes with 539. Manning was a 14-time Pro Bowler and a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He is also the only starting quarterback in history to win a Super Bowl championship with 2 franchises. Peyton Manning is debatably the best quarterback of all time. Number 9. Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the only current player on the list to receive the title of one of the greatest players of all time. Brady had led the New England Patriots dynasty to 6 Super Bowl wins, and is the only quarterback to do so. He is a 14-time Pro Bowler, who is also the only 4-time Super Bowl MVP winner. He has led his unstoppable team to 9 Super Bowl appearances, while holding the league record for the most postseason victories at 30. There is no doubt that Tom Brady has carved his name into history and will be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame when he retires. Number 10. Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice holds almost every single receiving record in the NFL and is often considered the best receiver of all time. He had a long 20-year career in the league and caught a whopping total of 1,549 passes for 22,985 yards and was retired with 3 Super Bowl rings. Jerry Rice was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame because of his impeccable performance on the field and lasting legacy of being the best receiver in history. And that wraps up our list of top 10 greatest NFL players of all time. Did any of them surprise you? Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below who your favorite NFL player of all time is and why. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any videos from Success Overtime, where we cover all the flashy and inspirational things in the world.